Hey, so what if I told you there was a way that you could make 1,500, $2,000, $2,500 right out of your personal vehicle? You probably think I was crazy, but I'm not crazy. And there is actually a way that you can make that kind of money right out of your car, and I want to tell you about it. I'm Alton RL, your host here of Business Under Oath, and I help entrepreneurs who want to make money with a side hustle right now, and I help you find that side hustle. So welcome to the show. If you're just joining for the first time, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to talk about all things entrepreneurship, all things side hustles, all things business, all things motivation. So this is your place. So I'm glad to have you. Follow me on all my social media channels at Alton RL. But I want to talk about this. So I mentioned there was a way that you could make $1,500, $2,000, or even more, I've seen, right out of your personal car. So today I want to talk about being a medical courier. That's right, medical courier. So I sort of stumbled on this. Many of you know I had a trucking business years ago where I invested in trucks. In doing that, I kind of found all these other side hustles, kind of offshoots of being in the transportation industry. And I stumbled on this about 6 months ago. And I saw that people were making serious money right out of their car. So I've interviewed a couple of people, checked into it myself. So this is a legit side hustle. But again, we're talking about being a medical courier. So if I've got your attention, you've probably got some questions, right? You've got questions around what exactly is it? How do I get into it? What do I need? Are there qualifications? What kind of car do I need? So I'm going to answer all those questions. So we're going to get right into it. So what is medical courier? Medical courier is what the name implies. You're couriering medical supplies, whether it be urine samples, tissue samples, medications and prescriptions for people that can't get out of the house and get those medications and prescriptions on their own. You'll partner as a medical courier with, the CVS's, the Walgreens, your local pharmacies, and you'll get prescriptions and supplies to people who need it. And there's companies out there, and we'll talk about that in a second. But that's really what it is. So what do you need to get set up? The first thing you're going to need, and a lot of you may already have it, but you're going to need a business. You're going to need an LLC, an incorporation. You can even do it as a sole proprietorship, even though most people will recommend that you don't do it as a sole proprietorship because you want the benefits that LLCs and incorporations give you, kind of the safety of knowing that your personal assets are safe. You're safe from liability. So that's going to be the first step. In each state is going to be different, of course, getting set up with an LLC. I live in the great state of Georgia, so to start an LLC in Georgia, you just go to your Secretary of State and you set up an LLC. I'm sure it's very similar in all states. So you've got your LLC set up. Next step is you're going to need a tax identification number or EIN. And just like the first step, very easy to get, very easy to get. A lot of people will try to charge you for it. I say, look, especially with the tax identification number, get it on your own. It's absolutely free. IRS.gov. It takes all of 2-3 minutes to get the tax ID. So, and the reason why you want to get this, again, kind of like the first step, is you're doing this in your business name. And you'll see in a second, a lot of the companies that you'll set up with to get your routes and your loads are going to require that they do business with a business. They won't let you do it in your personal, social, personal name. Some of them will. But again, the recommendation is get your business entity set up. So you're going to get your tax ID, you've got your LLC. Then the next step is certifications. So in this industry, there are going to be some certifications that will be beneficial for you. In fact, some of the companies are going to require that you have these certifications. So what are the certifications, Alton? Here they are. There's two main certifications. There's a host of certifications that you can get, but there's two that you're going to want to get right out the gate. The first one is going to be your bloodborne pathogen certification. You're going to want to get your bloodborne pathogen certification. And this is going to give you knowledge centered around handling those sort of items, right? And preventing breakouts and being safe and handling things. So you're going to get that certification. That's going to be number one. And again, this certification, real easy to get, not very expensive. I mean, I think I paid $24 for it. I'll leave a link in the description for these certifications, but $25, done with it within an hour. It's not a big deal. So that's the first one. The second one you're going to want to have that most are going to require is going to be your HIPAA certification. Now, the HIPAA certification, if you're familiar with anything in the medical field, HIPAA certification is going to give you information related to handling sensitive information, right? So you'd imagine you're going to have access to phone numbers, social security numbers, home addresses. So this certification is going to give you all the knowledge you'll need to handle that sensitive information that you're going to be handling. So those are really the two main certifications that you're going to need. As far as other qualifications, most of the carriers are going to require that you be 21. Most are going to require that you have a clean driving record, again, because you're going to be driving in your vehicle. You're going to have a vehicle that's a 2010, 2011 or newer is what most folks are requiring these days. So you got to have a decent vehicle that's reliable, that can get you from A to B. And those are really all the certifications. That's how easy it is. That's why I get so excited, as you could tell, about sharing this opportunity with so many people, because it's a good opportunity to supplement doing something like Uber, DoorDash, Lyft. If you're already working out of your car, you're already doing gig work out of your car, why wouldn't you get set up? Well, it's a no-brainer, right? So this is this is a very good supplement for doing, your DoorDash, your Ubers, your Lyft, and all that stuff, and far more lucrative potentially. So that's really all the certifications you need. Then from there, you're just going to apply. You're just going to apply for some of these routes. So the natural question is, where do you find these routes? Where do you go to get them? Right? Great question. So there's some websites out there, and I'm going to tell you the first website I like, and it's really for reference. I like it for reference. It's called couriergigs.com. And the reason I like couriergigs.com is because it's like the Indeed of courier gig work, right? You know how Indeed is. You go, it's a one-stop shop, and it has all of the jobs of people who are hiring in your area at the current time, and you can apply for what you want. You can search. Well, this is very similar for medical courier. It's a one-stop shop. It has all the courier routes and all the different companies that are set up at the time, and you can see them all. Put in your zip code, put in your city, and you'll find them. Now, one thing I will say, and this is just personal advice here. So when you go to couriergigs.com, I wouldn't apply there. I wouldn't apply because you're going to see it and you'll be able to apply right there on the website. I would just use it for reference. If you see a route that you like, it's going to give the company name. Find that company name, Google it, find them on the web, and apply directly on the website. And I like doing that because couriergigs.com is a middleman, and your application can get lost in the shuffle. So go directly to the person that's hiring, apply there, and follow up with them, because you're going to have to follow up, just like anything else. You may apply. It may be a while before you hear back from them, but you're going to want to follow up. So that's really it. So you got your certifications, you got your business entity set up, you've applied, and then you just get in there and you work your tail off, and hopefully you get the money that you want to get. But that's all I got. I wanted to make this a real short video. I didn't want to get long-winded, but tell me what you think in the comments. If you've tried it, let us know. If you're gonna try it, let me know. If you tried it because of this video and you've had some success, let me know. But again, I'll see you in the next video, and like and subscribe for more content.